Hey Ruby, how are ya? We're just getting started. Thought I'd finish the one I was practicing. And then when a few people get in here, we'll start with a giveaway. How are you doing? How's your summer going? I'm just making some paper clip tabs. Hey, yes, chick, welcome in. We're just getting started. I'm going to start with the giveaway in just a minute. I'm going to add a little label to that. Let's see, not red. Welcome in. Let me know how you're doing. How's your summer going? There, this one works. I think we need a different color. Hey, Midwest. Welcome in. Oh, Storm. Oh, no. Where are you at? I don't remember. All right, let's start a giveaway, and then I'll show you what we're making. I was just finishing this one. I got a little off time. All right, giveaway time. Not that one. This one. All right. So for the buyer's giveaway at the end of the show, we're gonna do this from Daiso. It's a little sticker border. That's Jules. That's gonna be the buyer's giveaway. This first giveaway, you can choose these from Daiso, these little drink labels for summer, or these stickers, or the stencil, your choice. Okay, what we're making today, let me get a bag. So if this were your journal page, this is a little tab paper clip. It's like a hidden paper clip tab. I saw Tracy Fox making something similar, so and now it's a little tab here, and it sticks out of your journal, and you can move it around. So that's what we're gonna make. So grab some paper. We're gonna start with digitals today, but you can grab any paper, thinner paper, a couple paper clips, and some glue. That's all you need. Okay, finishing this one. Welcome everyone. Let's see, what else should we add to this? Get some of this off. I like this texture stuff. And we'll start over in a minute with a new one. What's everyone been up to? Anything exciting? Did you all have a nice 4th? Stay down there. Hi, Fry Carrie. Welcome in. Get in that giveaway. We just started. Let's add a little pearl to that. Oh, awesome. I've been studying for a big test. So that's what most of my weekend was. Besides the fireworks. There we go. Ah, everything is sticking to my hands. Let me get the glue off. Hi, Gilmore girl. It's just to complete my practicum for a certificate for teaching, so I can teach an extra special ed class. It's the final approval. I've been a teacher for 22 years, but this is just to add extra. Thanks. It's kind of an intense test. It's 180 questions. You get 3 hours. It's a lot of reading. So that looks pretty good. We'll go with that for now. All right. So here's my first one. Just little hidden paper clip with a tab on the side. So we'll make some. So grab your paper. Let's do our giveaway. You can choose the drink stickers, the purple stickers, or the stencil. All right, here we go. Hey, creative, welcome in. Midwest, which one do you want, friend? Where did my sticky notes go? To grab another pad. Stencil, you got it. All right, let me get your name on that. All right. This is coming to you. All right, let's start from the beginning. I'm going to go up a little bit because I'm running out of room down here. That should work. Clean up so you can see what's going on. That was probably really loud, wasn't it? All right, start with a digital or any piece of thinner paper that you want. I'm going to use a piece from the Grace Notes kit. Let's do this one. That's my favorite one. If you want to see that kit later, I can show you. Just let me know. That's the kit I made for Kat. Was her special request. All right. So for this one, we're going to take off the edges and then chop it into 4 pieces. And then we can make 2 paper clips with that. I got this idea from Tracy Fox on YT. So it's not my original. Whoop. It's eating that paper up. Come on. Scissors. I need to get a new blade. You're welcome. All right. Weather was nice here today. It wasn't too hot. Hey, Amy, welcome in. So I'm just going to mark where the center is. I'm not going to measure. We just want this to be in 4 sections. So half, we're going to cut it in half each way. I just do a little fold about where the halfway point is. And I don't have to measure. All right. Mine are going to be a little less than 2 inches wide. You just want both of them to be the same width. That way they line up on here. Okay. So take 2 of those pieces and we're going to go the long way. Okay, short way that way. And this is just a little less than 2 inches. This is just some cardstock I'm using, or you could use a ruler. Let's see if we're even first. There we go. And it just has to overlap a little so you can glue. All right, now we need the other one to do the same. Let's fold one aside. Use this for my measuring. Okay, I'm going to glue those so it's all enclosed. So we'll just run a bead of glue on the edge, maybe. There it goes. What's everyone been up to besides crafting? Anyone gotten to the pool yet? That's what we're hoping to do Thursday. All right. So now here's what we have. And we want a paper clip because it's like a hidden paper clip. We're adding a tab to it. So the seam is going to go out. So any side of your paper clip, it doesn't matter, can go on that side. Here's the seam. And then on this part of the paper clip, you're going to do the same thing, the ugly side, the seam going out all the way to that seam. Okay. Now I'm going to glue a little bit on each side so it stays put. So run a bead of glue. And then on the other one, run a bead of glue. Okay. Try to keep them lined up is the hardest part, but it's not. If you glue as you go, I think it's easier for me. All right, then wherever that end of the paper clip on this side is, you're going to find where the paper clip is and just fold it over. Crease it, make sure it lines up. Okay, that's what we have. Turn it over. Find the end of the paper clip on this side. And then make sure it's lined up and crease. Okay. So that's our hidden paper clip part. Okay. Now we're going to make our tab out of this. Okay. So first let's glue this back. So we're gluing just that side down and then this side down. Then we're going to trim our tab because we don't want it to be too big. So if this were the edge of our paper, probably go this way. That side's really pretty. We don't want our tab to take up that much space, or at least I don't. So just figure out how wide you want your tab to come out. Maybe like this wide. So I'm going to eyeball it. Okay. And then choose a corner chomper of some kind. I'm going to use this one. Let's see. I think this is the ticket stub side. Nope. This is the deco side. Okay, and do something, at least round the corners. That way it looks different, like a tab. And then you can glue these closed. And then we'll ink it up and decorate. Let's see. Let's go ahead and use ground espresso. That up. All right, and decorate however you would like. You could even put a little dangle on if you want. I'm gonna use some words from the kit. Let's see. Um, Carried by grace. That sounds like a good one. Just use these scissors, the teeth down, and you get that fun little postage edge. I know paper clips are always a good idea, right? And I like these because you can move them around and it's still a tab that sticks out. Okay, let's ink that up. And we'll create a little collage, or I mean cluster. Let's make a little cluster. Here's some Timmy labels. And I have a little book page. Have that sticking down. But let's turn it the right way. Thanks for the share. Just take that side. I like it going down better. There we go. I like to build the main cluster just in my hand. And I try to be sure it like moves in some direction. So that feels pretty good. It's staggered a little like a staircase, but not perfect. And then you can get your little attacher. And then you can put it on your project. Let's add a little texture, some lace, or I'm going to use some of this stuff. Ooh, making an awful lot of noise, aren't I? I still want to see the flowers, so let's cut that back. We don't need that much. This flower is so pretty, I don't want to cover it up too much. Glue the back here. Maybe we'll add a gem or something. That's what we got so far. All right, let's see what we got. I got pearls. Where did those go? At least pink pearls too. Oh, I know. This is some of that Daiso strip we're giving away for the buyer's giveaway. Should do that on the edge. That would be pretty. All right. There we go. There, so easy. Easy to use. Let's add some lace to the back. Or a little applique. Something exciting. Yeah, that fills it up pretty good. Okay. think I'll leave the rest on. Just that one was hanging down too far. There. And there's our tab. Cute. All right, we don't have very many here. Should we make another one? You guys tell me. Let's make another one, or should we go ahead and craft? Ta-da, you're right. I mean, sell. Should we craft one more, or should we sell? Your choice. So there's the last one. We have this one. And we have this one. But the back of this one was pretty too. Hey, Jordan, welcome in. Just made some paper clip tabs for our journals. All right, well, let's start selling since we don't have any requests to see this again. No worries. And then if somebody wants to see it, we can do another one at the end. Keep it low key. All right, let me clear off some crafty stuff. Little baskets. And I have to find my pen. There it is. Ooh. What do you guys do for how many shot off their own fireworks, or how many of you went to see fireworks, or who did both? We just went to go see them. That was fun. All right. Let's start with, did anyone want to see let me show the Grace Notes, at least that digital. One I made for Kat. And if there's any requests for other digitals, I can show more too. But I don't want to do too much and bore you. So this Kat creates on Whatnot. She requested I do one with all awesome African American women, 60s. And so this is the one I came up with for her. We're calling it Grace Notes, and I used the background paper to make those paper clips. So a lot of them pages have women on them. Then there'll be some plain pages. And then some image cards you can cut out. You can buy this printed, or you can buy a digital copy, and I'll give you the link, and you can print off as much as you want to use. You can sell what you create from a digital kit. You may not give it away or sell it as is. Get those image cards. I like to turn these into tags or tuck into pockets, or use as focal points on the front of your journal or on a page. And then you come all those words I was cutting out right here. All right, if you're interested in that, it is in the Buy It Now. And for the large kit digital copy, it's right there for you. If anybody wants me to do a printed one, just let me know and I'll pin the printed one. Okay. And I have new lace in the Buy It Now as well. That starts in the Buy It Now at number 18. And above 18, number 16, I do have these new pink bags too that you can put as pockets in your journal and decorate. I decorated a few. I'll show you those. Here's one that I decorated. Put tags in these. Another one. I think that one is so pretty. All right. So let's go ahead and do some auction. If there's any requests, let me know. So we could do pick three. So I'll put some items on the table. You could pick any three for the one price. Okay. So let's start with the one we just made. This is Carried by Grace. One. Make some more room. And we'll put one of these bags out that I made. It's decorated with lace and an applique. That's two. And then we have a little mermaid notepad for you could stack this in your journal. Has lace and fabric, book pages, and blank pages. Okay, glue it into your journal or put it in a pocket. That's three. We have this little cluster or journal card, four. And then this little pocket says Ocean Dreams. And there's a little pocket here. And then a pocket in the back. That's five. And buying something else. And then this little journal card. Under the Sea. Clustered 3D clusters on it. All right, let's run that. And we'll go down to 15 seconds. If you have any requests, let me know. All right, thanks for checking those out. All right, let's do one more mix and then we'll show some journals. Here's another bag. A really pretty 3D pink applique on that one. And I'll do this one, Roses and Reason. Oh, you have this little pocket with the dangles. Dangle beads. Has a little mermaid. And it's actually a paper hidden. I thought it was a paper clip. Nope, it's just a little pocket. I had somewhat paper clips on them. There's three. Four. This one says Pearls and Promises, another pocket one. Oh, this one has a pocket on the top. Is this one? It's been a couple weeks since I had these out. Yep. All right, pockets on the top. That's what was different about these. Five. And then this one. Oops, upside down. And we'll put our other paper clip up. Six. All right, pick any three. Make sure you check out that lace. If you have any questions or want to see anything else, let me know. All right, thanks for checking those out. Let's go ahead and show some journals. This is the mermaid one. Has jute cord as the tie. It's made from an envelope, so it's an envelope journal. Has the little lace that looks like a net. Rose gold inside. Hey, Cindy, welcome in. We made some paper clips. I'll show you, and if you want to see one, I can make it again because we only made one so far. So here's our little mermaid journal. There's images of mermaids inside. This also comes as a kit. So if you want this digital kit, let me know. If you can't find it in the buy it now. Has vellum, pages from the kit, plain pages. Small journal. Now we have the other side. All the pages are sewn in. Vellum. And then more pockets. 2 more pockets with images. And there's the back. All right, this one. Let's see. Small journal. Here we go. And that's running. All right, thanks for checking that out. Let's show some of my little journals. And then Cindy, this is what we made today. It's a hidden paper clip with a tab. So if you want me to show how to make that, let me know. So it goes on your page like that and has a tab. And the back is decorated. So your choice, you let me know. All right, here's some little journals. They all have 2 signatures sewed in, fabric stitched. This one is Passion. I'll show inside this one, and then if you want to see inside the others, let me know. But they're very similar, just different pages inside. I use the same kits. And of course, I chose to open the one that has a knot in it. Okay, we'll leave that one to go. This one I'll show you inside. This one is Create. This one I'll open. There we go. Has ladies. Lots of book pages, grungy papers, and pages from the kit. Little notepad flip. Little pocket. Check page. Book paper. Here's one of those fabric and paper tabs. Map page. Quebec. There's a lady. We have this ruffle. Next one. I think I skipped a few pages. That's okay. Another tab with fabric. Little pocket there. Ruffle. Here's a little bag pocket with the tickets in it. And some more pages. All right. So if you want to see inside any of the others, let me know. I'll show you the covers and then we'll run it. And it's buyer's choice. So we have Passion and Create. And we have Glow, Wild, Brave, and one more, Inspire. All right, let's run those. All right, let me know what you want to see next. Do you want to see the paperclip built one more time? Do you want to see pick threes? I have 2 2 or 3 D-stash boxes left. Or what do you want to see? I have new lace in the buy it now as well. Check those out around 18, I think they start. Let me know. What do you want, friends? Paper clip, sure, we can do that. All right. So I have 2 pages already. What I did was take a digital paper. I trimmed off the white border and then I cut it exactly in half this way and exactly in half this way. And I could take 2 of the 4 pieces to make a paper clip. Okay. So here are my 2 from one of the pages. Okay. So that's how I got these 2 pages. I would just use thinner paper on these, not thicker, because you need some folds on here. And then this is a little less than 2 inches. It's just cardstock I cut for my guide. So we just fold the paper over a little bit. And to make sure they're the same size, I'm going to fold it around this cardstock. And I just need to make sure it overlaps a little so I can seal it closed. There's 1, and here will be 2. I fold it first without the cardstock so I know it lines up top to bottom. Hey, Sydney Kays, welcome in. We're making a paper clip tab. So this is a little less than 2 inches wide, but you can make yours as big or as small as you want. Okay. That's about 5 inches tall, but it doesn't need to be that big. We're going to cut some off. Okay. Take your glue. And we're going to glue along with the edge and just seal this up. And same with the other one. Has anybody been watching anything good? I've started the new season of Gilded Age. That's pretty good. I like that show. Okay, then you need a paper clip. The side with the seam is going to go to the outside. So the seam side is going to go to the outside. Okay. So start with 1. You're going to put either end of your paper clip inside of here. And it's not going to be on the seam side. You want it the other side of the paper clip to be on the fancy side. And your prettiest image kind of up here, if that matters to you. Okay, then you're going to take this and the seam goes out again. And let's have it go this way because that flower is there. I might get some of that. Okay, just line those up straight. So we have our paper clip down here in the center at the bottom. Okay, and just seal those up. So you're going to take your glue, just put a little bit on each side of the paper clip on each one. Okay, press that closed. Make sure the other parts are lined up straight as you're waiting for that to dry. Okay, next thing you're going to do, just set it down. We have our seams on each outside. You're going to take the first set, find the end of the paper clip. I just feel it along here with my finger where the end of that paper clip is. That's where my fold is going to be, but I just want to make sure before I crease, it lines up with the edge. And then go ahead and crease. Okay, that's what we have so far. Flip it over. We're going to do the same thing to this side. Find the end of the paper clip. Remember, it's going to be a different length because one side of the paper clip is shorter. Line it up with the side. And crease. Okay. Now, if this were the edge of my paper, okay, I don't want my tab to be as long as this, right? So the first thing I do, just first to keep it sturdy, glue this side down just to itself there, and then this side down here. I got a little close to the edge. There we go. Okay. Now, figure out how far you want your tab to go out, and you're going to just trim it down. Mine looks a little crooked. I don't know why. We can always trim it up later, I suppose. But it's sticking out a little bit. Darn it. All right. So grab your scissors or your paper cutter if you want it to be exact. And you're going to cut it wherever you want your tab to be. How far do you want it to stick out from that page? So mine's going to be about like that. Then choose your corner rounder or corner chomper of any kind, just to use it on the edge of that tab to make it pretty. This is the deco one again. All right. Now we still need to seal the rest of that up, right? So we're going to seal first here, and then we're going to seal each of the sides. So we have this to open right here, and then on the other side, we have this flap to seal. Okay, then you can ink it up and decorate. There it is. Welcome in those who I missed. Josh and Eloe. Welcome in. If I said your name wrong, please help me. All right. And then you can decorate however you wish. And you're done. I'm not going to decorate on this one though. I'll just leave it. We just did clusters. So here's one of the finished ones. Carried by Grace. And then the back was looking like that. Hope you like that. All right, last chance. Is there anything else you want to see from the auction or buy it now tab? And if not, we're going to go ahead and get going. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight. Last request. I had a buyer's giveaway, but I haven't had any sales. So we'll just hold on to that. And we'll try again. I'm going to be here again next week on Thursday. You're welcome. Thanks for coming to hang out. If there's any other things you want to see for purchase, let me know before we go. All right, friends, we're going to take off. I'm just going to go ahead and end the live since there's only a few of us here, but you have a great night, and I hope to see you on Thursday. If you have any requests of something you'd like to see me create, you could send me a message or type it in real quick now, your choice. I'm open to any suggestions of things you want to see made. You too. Thanks for joining. All right, friends, have a good night. I'll see you soon. And end. There we go. Have a good night.